What is going on, everybody? JFC here. There's a lot to talk about on the market and just in the game in general right now. It's Wednesday, Team of the Week is coming out. We have some leaks for it. There are some players that I think you should definitely sell. We're gonna get into all of that in this video today. Let's go. So first and foremost, let's do our daily checkup basically of how the market is looking right now. Have a look at the all index, and right now we are just kind of staying steady at that mid 190s, and it's actually kind of going up a little bit right now. And this is because of I think the fact that some of the Team of the Week was leaked. And the other Team of the Week is like Wissam Ben Yedder. So certain guys like Ben Yedder's price has just flown up here within the last hour or so. He was sitting down at 20k, and now just boom. Rafael Leao was chilling at 16, 17k, I think, right? Yep, 16k, even lower on PC, and now he's all the way up at 2.25k. Timo Werner also in it, and I think Werner is on the popular tab here, and he's gone way up too. Yep. So Timo Werner was chilling at what was he 5 point something? Is it just about 5 point something, 6k. Up to 7.3. So the market's kind of going up a little bit, just because there's a couple leaks right now, and it tends to go up on Wednesday before Team of the Week comes out anyway. And yet there's Leao right there, and Ben Yedder is here, so nobody else yet. We do have Haaland leaked as well. These are the only ones leaked right now. I think Haaland, Ben Yedder, Leao, and Werner. Yeah, his Haaland card is going to be just absolutely insane. But I think there's certain players that you need to sell right now, and those players are the ones that are out of packs right now that are in ones to watch. So someone if you have Darwin Nunez in your team, if you have this Antony card, Antony right now 67k. This is honestly a time where I will induce some panic. You got to sell this Antony card right now before he goes out of packs, because once it starts getting to like Thursday into Thursday night, he'll actually just start to drop because people are expecting him to drop, and he's going to drop when he gets back in packs. So right now is the perfect day to sell him, in my opinion. Same goes to Gabriel Jesus. Renato Sanchez, definitely I would sell him today, 100%. And the thing is, you can buy these cards back even before you play Weekend League this weekend if you qualify. And even if you don't qualify, don't feel bad, because it's going to all be sweats anyway in the Weekend League, and you're going to be able to get out on some of these cards at a high price. Yeah, every single person who is in this ones to watch, if you have their gold card, Lewandowski, Mane, Haaland, Antony, Rudiger, Jesus, all of them. Sell their gold cards today, in my opinion, for sure. I think you need to. Now, for the rest of the market, when do we sell, right? Because we've got Road to the Knockouts coming very shortly. I don't know if it's leaked yet. Road to the Knockouts coming on Friday and ones to watch. I don't know if that's going to be the case, or if it's going to be ones to watch and then Road to the Knockouts during the middle of the week, or what's going to happen here. But there will be an incoming bit of supply, because there's just going to be another ones to watch promo, and there's going to be some Road to the Knockout players. So there's obviously going to be a little bit of panic in there. So do we sell now before that happens? Other than those cards I mentioned, I don't think you need to, because the first Weekend League is coming around the corner here. This is going to be one of the highest points for the market all year, probably into this weekend. If the promo comes out and it isn't super insane, promo comes out and there's a million promo packs and the players are crazy, then I would be a little concerned, and I think the market might go down because of that. But I would not put my bets on that happening. So I would say you don't need to sell right now. I also don't think it's a great buy time necessarily either. Just don't buy the ones I mentioned before Friday, and sell the ones I mentioned before Friday, please. That is the most important thing for me right now, mentioned in this video. Another funny thing too, these trading discords, right? I'm sure you're all familiar. If you're familiar with FIFA, you know, and if you're on Twitter, you know that discords are all out here, people selling their access to their discords or whatever. But if you looked in the market, I saw the FUT accountant notice this too, and that was that these guys slightly went up before the leaks came out today. Rafael Leao went up to 20k or 21k from that 17k price right before the leaks came out today. So it's just funny that there are definitely people finding out about these leaks in these discords before they come out. It happened with Werner today too, that they just kind of went up for some reason. They started to show up on popular a little bit, and they also decided to just kind of go up in price. So it kind of seems like these kinds of things are getting leaked in discords before they come out on the public. So I don't know who's leaking what, but I don't know if it's this man right here, FUT Sheriff, or who it is. But if you happen to have this ones to watch Haaland card as well, I would sell him. I don't know who watching this video will have this Haaland card. I would sell him. One thing that is interesting about his gold card, if you have his gold card, he's extinct at 350k right now, and he's going to be out of packs again for another week. So in my opinion, you don't need to sell him yet. I think this card will probably be extinct at 400k. Honestly, if you happen to have this card, I know it's tempting to, because you probably bought him for way cheaper than this price. I would actually hold, because I think he might actually go up even farther than this, to be honest. So it's interesting to see this, because Holland was like, I mean, for so long was sitting at like 100k, mid hundreds, and got up to like low 200s, and now he's just flying. He's absolutely flying, because he is great in this game. So it does make sense. But yeah, if you want to invest in these ones to watch cards, you can see they're all pretty much. Antony's kind of the same price as he's been. Rudiger is up. Mane is up. Jesus is a little bit up. Your best time is probably this Thursday. So tomorrow, I want to say, is probably your best time to buy these cards. Now, like I said before in a few of these other videos, I personally don't necessarily like investing in ones to watch cards, because they're just a little bit erratic, in my opinion. They're just a little too unpredictable for me. But you can make big profits with these guys. You definitely can. If you buy a Jesus, Lewandowski, someone like that, they score in the game. They get an upgrade because their team wins matches. Yeah, I just personally like to stay away from ones to watch cards, so I'm not going to get too much into that today. But yeah, I've been saying for like the last few of my market videos that if you have some of these gold cards, like Ousmane Dembele here, 110k, I just don't feel super comfortable holding on to all of, like, the market is just rising and rising right now, right? It's kind of stayed stagnant a little bit, but for the last like week, it's just kind of rose only, and there's been no dips at all. I just can't feel too comfortable hold. Like if I still have Zakaria and still have some of these lower rated cards, Llorente 74k, we're just like, this is just kind of sitting on a time bomb. We've got a week, I'd say two to 2.5 weeks at the absolute most before Llorente is half price. Yes, I know you want to buy cards and use them and have fun with them, and you know, they're meta cards, they're gonna be good in game. I love Llorente in game, but just be aware, you know, just kind of throwing that out there. You're 2 weeks away from them being half price, in my opinion. Yes, this market could be different this year and they stay higher longer, but I just don't think that's going to happen. I really don't. Just my point is, like, if you're liquid and you're using a cheaper team than you have, and you got 600k liquid right now, and you're using a team with like, it's like your Leaos and your Depays, right? Your Araujo's. Like, do not feel bad. Yes, you're not using your top tier meta cards that you can't afford, but hey, you're also keeping your coins safe, and that's huge for somebody who is like not spending money on the game. And you want to be efficient with your coins, just don't feel bad being out of the market until like the gold crash happens. Because every year the gold crash happens and you're going to be sorely regretting like looking at your team's price, and you are gone for a few days and the gold crash happens and boom, your coins are halved in total. So I'm just trying to avoid that happening to a lot of you guys, because I don't think that's very fun. I don't think you guys want to have that happen either. Zakaria, like, Zakaria is a ticking time bomb. He is going to be going down in price. In worst case scenarios, if Road to the Final comes out and it's like a sick promo and there's a ton of promo packs, and there's a chance that this gold crash happens sooner than we think, maybe for some of these lower rated cards like Zakaria, even on this Saturday, could be 17, 18k. And especially like this Antony, like worst case scenario, if this Antony card, if you have him, like, and he comes back in packs and this promo is sick and creates a little bit more panic than we think, Antony could be sitting in like the 30s in 3 days. That's worst case scenario, and that's like unlikely, but I'm just saying that that's something that could happen. What I will say is we might possibly have our first like fodder investment opportunity of the year coming maybe over the course of this weekend. If the promo is really good, there's a lot of supply coming for these cards. There's a definite chance to get in on some of these. I think these cards have gone up a little bit recently, but I think there is definitely going to be an even better window to buy. Now, fodder is a really good investment, like kind of towards the end of November, December, January, February is like the best time for fodder, because that's when like a lot of people have coins and a lot of people really want to do SBCs that come out, because SBCs that come out are crazy good. But even in like the October times, there's still times to buy these fodder. You know, I'll go over it more in a video during that time, but I think it might be a little bit of a cheeky time to buy some of these fodder cards over this weekend. But we'll just have to see what happens with the promo. And one last thing, let's talk about Team of the Week investing. I'm pretty shocked Shamoradov, however you say his name, is only 17k right now. He's going to be out of packs today. And this card's really, really good. He's controlled. Put an architect on him, and you already know what happens here. He's lengthy, baby. I don't know, man. I think Shamoradov is not a bad shout. If you got like a free 50k, I would buy 2 or 3 Shamoradovs, because worst comes to worst, and if somehow he goes down, you lose like 2,000 coins. This card's not going to be any less than 15k for probably the entire year until about June. This is like a borderline risk-free investment. A lot of these Team of the Weeks are. One of the best investments every single year is buying Team of the Weeks from an early team of the week, even if they're lower rated like these guys, like Banku and Brown, wait 3 weeks and sell them, and you make 3K a card at least. And if that's if they've never gone up at all. If you got spare coins, do not hesitate. If you got like 200K sitting in your club and you want to risk, the most risk-free investment probably in all of FIFA is team of the weeks, because worst comes to worst, if you buy an 84 rated center back or Bond at 12K, and in 3 weeks he's not up in price, you sell him for 12K. He will not be lower than this. His discard is 10K anyway, worst case scenario. So some of the best investments every year is team of the weeks. I will personally be buying like 6 team of the week cards this week, just because it's the easiest way to make coins doing literally nothing. And that's what the coins I love making. But I barely have to do any work at all. So yeah, I think I've covered everything that I've wanted to in this video. I think there's a lot to talk about, I know. And if you have any questions or something that I did not think of or I missed, leave a comment down below. I would love to answer your guys' questions. I love you all, and I will catch you in the next video very shortly. Peace.